and welcome to my new video. Today's video is all about American holidays. That's why I'm wearing my boyfriend's ugly Christmas sweater because I don't have one and I thought it matches the theme better than any of my clothing. So I will talk about a little bit about how I experienced American holidays while I was living here in the USA. So America has a lot of holidays. There are like smaller ones, you know, like Labor Day and Memorial Day and stuff that are pretty much just a day of work. Like they don't do really, they don't really do anything. It's just like, yeah, a day off. So when I came here, the first holiday was Labor Day, so I was up and went on a trip. And then the major holidays came along. Halloween is really big here. Like there's tons of Halloween parties, even the weekend before, especially the weekend before, because Americans pre-celebrate. There's a lot of Halloween parties and everybody's dressing up. Trick-or-treating is a super big thing. I went trick-or-treating with my first host kids, and the whole neighborhood had their houses all lit up with Halloween lights and Halloween decoration, and one house even had like a Halloween movie like on a white screen, and that was going like all night, and they gave out popcorn instead of, you know, like packaged candy, and it was really cool. In my second year I just went out to a party or to a bar, but since it was during sea time, and I was only allowed to be outside, so it was not super exciting since we were just sitting outside a bar. But yeah, this year I really want to go to a Halloween party, yay. And then we have Thanksgiving. Okay, I'm sorry to tell you this, but Thanksgiving really disappointed me. I was really looking forward to it, and from shows and movies it always seemed so cool and so typically American, but it's just boring. It's just boring, like, oh my god. You would just, I don't know. So it's a holiday, so everybody's off, so everybody's hanging out at home. You don't do anything all day until you eat dinner at like dinner time. And you know, like dinner is typical, like, you know, whatever they eat, like mashed potatoes and turkey and green beans and cranberry sauce, which comes, some cranberry sauces, like my host dad would make a homemade one, but when you buy it, it sometimes comes in a can and it looks like jelly. It pretty much is jelly. Yeah, and then so you eat that, and then you eat a pie. I made the pie the first year. I make a really good apple pie, and I was allowed to make that. And I think I also made a pumpkin soup, which is not traditional, but we had pumpkin, so I made pumpkin soup that we also ate for Thanksgiving. And when you're done, then everybody just hangs out. It's, I don't know, boring. Yeah, and then there's Christmas. Christmas was interesting because I don't know where you're from, but in my country, in Germany, we celebrate Christmas on the 24th. So Christmas Eve is our is the date where we get gifts. So it was interesting for me to see how it's here with, you know, like Santa coming overnight and getting the presents in the morning of the 25th. So that was really cool. And then, so Christmas Eve is just a big dinner, which is the same for my family in Germany. I know many Germans don't do that, which I think is dumb, but so that part wasn't super different for me. And then here you also have another big dinner on the 25th, which is pretty cool. So it's just a lot of eating. So yeah, Christmas was pretty cool. And then there's New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve was very disappointing. So in many states in America, it is illegal to do private fireworks. So people go to, you know, like big public fireworks and like big gatherings. in my first year and went to the harbor with some friends, and we wanted to watch the big public, well, fireworks there at the harbor. They also had a live band and there were a lot of people. It was really cool. And the fireworks were kind of cool. So the fireworks started at 12, stopped at 12:15, and then everybody left and the music stopped, and I was like, wait, what? Because for us in Germany, you go to we do a lot of private fireworks. So you go to a party or people like meet up, friends, big groups of friends meet up, and then you kind of have a small party with like food and some drinks, and you probably start fireworks around 10, like a little bit, like bit by bit, but like the actual fireworks might start at like 11:30, 11:45, and then people just like burn a lot, and then while you're doing fireworks, you cross the line to the new year, so it gets midnight, and then like you stop fireworking at some point when, once you got rid of everything that you wanted to burn. So that might be at like 12:15, 12:30, sometimes 1 o'clock, depending on how much you had. And then you still stay with your friends and you still hang out until like 2 or 3 at night, and then eventually you go home. But everybody leaving the moment the fireworks stopped was so weird. We were all like, wait, what's happening? We were so confused. It was really weird. And then Easter, I didn't celebrate Easter in my first year, but in my second year. And it was weird because Americans are lazy, so they don't hide eggs for their kids themselves. They go to like public places, like a golf club, and then the kids look for eggs there, which was kind of odd. I didn't know that was a thing, that you go to like a public place that has like this event of an egg hunt. My country doesn't have that. But yeah, other than that, it was just like everybody was doing their own thing all day. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of holidays, honestly. It's so boring most of the time. Yeah. Then we have St. Paddy's Day. St. Paddy's Day I can only talk about in theory because I have not celebrated it. Because first year was right before the bad sea hit. Or right after, something like that, so I didn't go. And then this year, I went to Nashville the weekend before, totally forgetting that Americans pre-celebrate. And then I didn't know. I didn't have anything green to wear. So yeah, we also left at like 8 or 9 o'clock since we had to drive back that night. And then when St. Paddy's Day, like on actual St. Paddy's Day, which was the Tuesday or Wednesday, there was only like one party, and also I didn't have friends to go with, so I didn't do anything. But I like the idea of St. Paddy's Day. I like this, you have to wear green, and then all the drinks are green, and I don't know, it just seems pretty cool. And also since they sometimes play Irish music and stuff, it's really, really fun since I love Irish music. And since it's all like Ireland themed anyway, it's totally my thing because I love Ireland so much. So that's pretty cool. And then last but not least, we have 4th of July. My first 4th of July last year was really boring since we spent it with my host dad's family, and we didn't do anything all day. There weren't really any fireworks that night, so it was just like a normal day. And this year it was a holiday, so it was boring. Everybody did their own thing, and then but at night my host mom and I went to see the fireworks, so that was pretty cool. I really wanted to see a parade, but the parades were all the day before because Americans pre-celebrate. So the parades were all on Saturday and not on Sunday, when the 4th was on Sunday. But I didn't know that, and my host mom thought that there was a parade on Sunday that she wanted to take me and the kids to. And right before we wanted to go, she figured out that it had been the day before, so we didn't make it to the parade. Otherwise I would have, like done something, tried to I don't know, find somebody to go to a parade with, but it didn't work out. So yeah. But yeah, the fireworks were pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of fireworks. I don't really like fireworks, but those were pretty cool. And yeah, in my first year I also experienced how some Jewish holidays were celebrated. So we did like Hanukkah and Sukkah, I think is how you say it, and Passover. So that was really interesting. I don't know, Hanukkah was less big than I thought. It's pretty much just, okay, well, normal week, and then at night we sing a prayer and light a candle on the menorah, and everybody gets a present, and yeah, that's it. But the first and the last night are big dinners with like something Hanukkah special. So yeah, it was, I don't know, it was less than I thought it would be, but it was so interesting to see. And for Sukkah, they put up a tent either in the backyard or like on the back patio, and then on like you decorate it with all sorts of decorations and make it like really nice, and then you have a really nice dinner out there for the actual Sukkah night. I forgot what they celebrate with that though, but yeah. And then Passover was really interesting because that's where you fast. So no, you don't fast. That's where you cut out grains. So you cannot eat anything grain, like bread or pasta and stuff like that. And like the kitchen has to be clean so that no like grain leftovers can be found anywhere. And I forgot how long it goes, I think like a week. And then, yeah, so you have to like accommodate your food and whatever you cook to that. So yeah, that was interesting. And then for the last Passover night, we also sang some songs, and one of the songs was like kind of funny because it talks about like different things, how different things interact, like how a stick catches fire and the water extinguishes the fire, and then the ox drinks the water and the wolf eats the ox, and it's really funny. And like we sang it at the table, and then everybody had a different role, so they would make a sound for whatever part they were playing. So you would like bark for the wolf and like make moo for the ox and stuff like that. It was really cool to see that. Yeah. Oh, also there's also Yom Kippur, which happens in I think September. And I went to synagogue with them there, which was really interesting, even though I didn't really understand much because most of it was in Hebrew. But it was still pretty cool. The part that I understood was pretty cool. And then we also saw a play, which was in English, so that was fun. And then my host parents fasted for a day. The kids didn't because they only have to once they're bar mitzvahs. So like once they're older than 13. So yeah, they did that, and it's only a day though. Yeah, that was pretty interesting, and I think that's about it about all the holidays that I experienced here in the US. Even if you're not a big holiday person like me, it's still interesting to see different cultures celebrating holidays a different way. And I would be really curious to hear if you guys have if your experiences were similar to mine, or if they were different, and if you liked it, and how many holidays you've experienced here, and if anything was like weird to you, or if you liked anything in particular. So feel free to spam the comment section, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!